everyone, Shane here with ROA Off-Road, and we're up in the mountains, and I am in a new Pause unit. This is actually the 20.2, and this is the very first production unit to ever leave the factory and come to a dealer. So we have the very first one ever, and I want to tell you a little bit about my impressions on this product so far. So not going to go into a ton of detail. I typically don't want to do a full tour or really go into the product until I have used it for at least typically a month is where we want to be at. But we have now had it for about a week, and it first sat inside the shop and we were playing with it, monkeying with it. I don't like jump in it and go straight to the mountains and go camping. I want to kind of get myself familiar, kind of want to understand it a little bit before we go up into the woods, and who knows where we go if we have an issue and we don't know anything. Luckily we have a Starlink, so we can connect back into the shop and they can help us if we need it. So my first impressions on the Pause are, well, you know, we met with the manufacturer and the guys, the Pause team at the Overland East, and we thought they were really cool, and we were super excited about the product, and we've been talking back and forth with them for months. But for whatever reason, I feel like it's way nicer. I don't want to say in person because I saw it in person, but it's nicer than I even remember it when I saw it the first time. The QC, the quality, the fit and finish of everything, I'm so happy. I mean, I've been sitting in this trailer almost every single day for about a week. I've now been camping in it. This is my second day camping in it. So we'll be out for 3 days for its maiden voyage, and we're up in the mountains. And right now, check it out. Let me show you this. This is one of the things that I love about this more than anything else is the Garmin. This is the brain of the entire trailer, and it tells you everything you could ever want. Right now we're at 31 degrees outside, and I have the furnace set to 70 degrees. And current temperature inside the trailer is 72 degrees. So this thing is so cool. You can control everything. So first impressions, I like I said, I don't want to go into too much detail, but my first impressions of the unit overall, I just wanted to like get out there. So we brought it into the shop. The first day we pulled it in, washed it off. Right off the bat there, all of them were like, wow, like the fit and finish, the quality is superb. Now, it's the very first production unit, so they definitely gave it some care, but I've been talking back and forth with the guy in charge, and he says we are going to maintain the quality and we're not going to build too many of them. Like the most important thing to him is maintaining the quality of the product. So time will tell. Of course, I always go into things with my eyes wide open. The way this unit here right now, the prototypes that we saw at the show were phenomenal. I thought, man, if they just come like this, they'll be great. These units are even better than the ones, I mean, the ones that were at the show were phenomenal. These ones are even better. So I'm really happy so far. It's only been a week, so I'm gonna try to reserve my excitement too much. Now this, I love the Garmin because I was driving here. I was adjusting the temperature on the fly. While I was in the truck, I was driving, I was like, oh, it's 50 degrees in the trailer. When I get up into the mountains, I want it to be 70 degrees. So I clicked and I turned it on and got the heat going, right? And I just thought, man, I can't tell you how many trips, you know, even traveling cross country in the summer, and you stop at a rest stop and you run in there, let's crank on the AC because you're making sandwiches and it's so hot out. But by the time you're done with your sandwiches, it's kind of like barely getting cool, and then you got to go back and get into the truck. And I was like, holy moly, you can have this in your truck, and when you're driving, you're like, hey, we're gonna stop at a rest stop in 30 minutes. Let's crank on the AC and get it to 70 degrees inside the trailer when it's 100 degrees outside. That's pretty cool. Or, hey, honey, you wanna, we're getting to camp in an hour. You want me to, you know, or 30 minutes, an hour's probably too soon. Let's turn on the water heater. You wanna take a shower? Let's crank up the heat, the AC. Another thing is you're pulling into camp late at night. You have controls to turn on the light bar in the front, the rear lights, the side lights. You can turn all of them on. I'm just like, this is really really cool. Maybe you don't want to turn on the AC. It's a big power consumption. You can turn on the fan, the fantastic vent fan. You can crank that on and start getting some airflow. So if you're running, you know, down the freeway and it's 100 degrees, you could turn that on just to at least get some airflow in here and try to cool it down. And that's only going to take you know, a couple amps of power opposed to the big AC, right? Anyways, solar system, you control everything. You can look at everything, see where it's charging. This app, the Garmin app, is really cool. It also duals as a navigation device, and it has the RV navigation system in it. I haven't played a lot with that stuff. I've mostly been just playing with the trailer itself. Another thing that I love about this is I have cameras. Check this out. This is the stairs. So this is my boots are out there and the stairs. I can select, and that's the truck, the front of the camera. This is the driver's side. And there's the back, the stairs case in the back, and there's my Starlink. It's probably hard to see. It's a little glares there, but then you go back to these are the stairs on the other side. So really cool, right? So I can sit in the comfort of my trailer and be able to see who's knocking on my door at night. I also have the capability to put that in the truck. And while I'm driving, I can see my backup camera. It also has a volume, so you can turn it up and if somebody's talking to you in the back. And it's all stock. Those all come standard in the trailer. So overall, first impressions, the tech, and we've already talked about this, the tech is phenomenal. And the more and more I'm playing with it, the more and more I love it. It's a smart trailer. The other thing that I've noticed is outlets. Oh my goodness, there are outlets galore. Just in this little area, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 6 or 7 outlets. I'll have to count them. I'll show it in the full tour. Oh, there's another one down there. I just found another one. I never even noticed that one. There's 3 right here. So, I mean, for our camera guys, they love outlets, but even I love outlets. It's because the camera guys take all the outlets, and so I need an outlet to like plug in my computer or my cell phone. The other thing is they have the standard USB, and then they have the new USB-C. So you have everything in it. Another thing, the walls were, like I said, it's 30 degrees. It was 27 degrees last night. The walls there's no thermal, I don't feel the cold coming through them, intruding. Some trailers that we've sold in the past, more like 3 seasons trailers, you can definitely feel the temperature radiating through. These new windows, these are brand new windows that were designed just recently by, I think it's a Sweden company owned by Lippert, and they're phenomenal. They're dual pane windows, and the entire window is actually a polymer type of plastic, so you're not getting any thermal bridging through the windows. All in all, like even touching this is metal, and you would expect this to be cold, and it's not. I mean, it's not hot. It's metal. Metal is cold, right? But it actually feels nice and it feels great. The Murphy bed is great. I love how it makes you can make it into a couch and lounge. The TV, we were streaming YouTube stuff last night, and the battery bank, man, oh my goodness, the battery bank. So we have the Max Solar battery system on this, so it has 1,080 amp hours of lithium, and it has a 1,300 watts of solar. On the roof there's 700 right now, but then it has 2 portable panels that you can plug in to get up to 1,300 watts, which is pretty insane. I don't know, like first impressions, I didn't want to get too much into the details of the specs and everything. I still love, there's a vacuum. There's a sweeper and a vacuum. We had made a mess over here, and we just plugged in the vacuum a little bit ago and just, you know, vacuumed it up, which is really cool. When the trailer got here, the whole team was blown away. I have one guy, and he's our QC guy, and he's usually the most like, you know, he's the details, right? He's very critical. He'll find everything, and he walked through and he's like, it's beautiful, Shane. He was like, it's nice. And every single person walking in was just like, wow, like it is really nice. And I love the floor plan. I like the 20.3 more. This is the 20.2. We actually ended up using one of the storage areas as a little bunkhouse for my camera guy. He just was like, I'm gonna go and see if I can sleep in there, and he did last night. So I think Jordan's gone down the editing hole. What you doing in there?
Oh, you know, just getting comfy in the editing hole.
Oh,
and I'm actually quite comfy.
You comfortable? You got a pad under here?
Feels sturdy.
And it's nice and sturdy. You're sleeping in here tonight?
Oh yeah.
Hey, look, we got fishing poles, we got bunk bed, a bunkhouse.
Sleeping with the fishes.
Well, I'll let you go to sleep. I don't mean to disturb you.
It's late.
First impressions, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to get it off-roading. I did tow it up here. I towed it with my truck. I have a 2500. I think that's what we're gonna recommend. I mean, potentially like 1500, but with a max tow package like the F-150 that can tow 12,000 pounds, that might be suitable. But ideally, I think a 2500 is gonna be what you want for this vehicle. So there's a lot of cool 2500s out there. The you know, the Ford Tremor 2500 comes in diesel. You get the AT, I think the AT4s from Chevy. Those are great with the Duramax. I think that'd be an awesome setup. Or a 2500 Cummins with the AEV setup for off-road. I think you pair that up with this trailer, it's gonna be a really cool setup. That's what we'll recommend people moving forward, I think, on it, because it's pretty heavy. You're about 7,800 pounds dry, so it's heavy, but they have not spared any expense in the quality. This unit has a fireplace and you can run it off grid. It's crazy. It puts out heat. We have it on right now just for the ambience. I mean, everything. I mean, this is all solid surface, right? They're not putting laminate in it. So they have not spared any expense in making this trailer. The quality is there. But the other thing is, man, when we were pulling up through here, I have not had so many people waving at me, looking at the trailer as I've been driving by. Some guys stopped me at a parking lot where we were eating somewhere, and they were like, whoa, this thing is amazing. We had a shop guy, kid you not, one of our parts guy came in, walks into the shop, you know, with the parts guy. He's like, look at this new one, and they're looking at it. We had the airbags extended up. It's like 3 feet of clearance almost in the back. It's insane, right? And he was looking at it. He's like, no way, this is so cool. And he's like, how much is that thing? And we're like, take a guess, right? And he's like, oh, probably $300,000. I was like, whoa, thank you. It's not. It is expensive, but it's not $300,000. But that's what I'm telling you. The first impressions that people are having of it is very, like, kind of blown away. Like, people are like, this thing is beautiful. So that's my first impressions. I'm really curious to get it off-road. I'm really curious to, the suspension seems to articulate really well while towing it, but I you know, until I really hit the off-road and get more experience camping in it, we'll let you know. Just stay tuned, subscribe, because there's going to be a lot of cool content and footage coming out on these new pauses, and they have like the 20.3. We should have it here next week. Also, if you want to see more up-to-date stuff, we do have Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, believe it or not. And it's ROA Off-Road, or I'm actually spearheading Roamer_USA, and I'm going to be kind of putting on some of the most up-to-date, what's happening, what we're doing on the day-to-day at ROA Off-Road, and you'll be able to see some more insider stuff because we're doing some really cool stuff every day. Sometimes the YouTube takes a month to get out live, so if you want to get some more up-to-date content, go to Roamer_USA on TikTok or Instagram, or ROA Off-Road. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to make a comment and tell me, like, the first thing that you want to see more than anything else, and that will be one of the first videos. If you guys make the comments, whoever makes the first comment, you'll get the video, and then we'll just go second, third, and fourth, and fifth, and we'll feature some of the things that you want to know, and then we'll do a full tour. But that might take a month or two to get out to you because I got to use it before I can do a full tour on it. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. To subscribe, like, and share with a friend. Is that all? Is that all you do? Bye-bye.